I love my mom, I does. Hello everyone who just likes vibes, specifically the vibes of oversized guns that are, well, vibes and not usefulness. I am BorderWise and welcome back to From the Depths, just adjusting my webcam, which I'm not using. I like CRAM cannons. I guess people know that already. You probably also like CRAM cannons, that's probably why you clicked on this video. But, you know what's the problem with CRAM cannons? They miss a lot. So, what if you had something that looked like a CRAM cannon, but missed less? That's what we're going to do today. So this is something I've kind of mucked around with before, and we're going to do live on pre-recorded video, which is not live at all. We're going to make some missile turrets, but disguised as CRAM cannons. Basically, we're going to have some big-ass missiles that are going to get lobbed, and they're going to look like CRAM cannons, and we might even muck around with some sound blocks and see what we can do here. Right, so let's get cracking. First things first, delete the Bertha right here. We do not need you anymore. And we're going to start with having a one-axis thingy-me-bob. Actually, there's a... Yes, there is a... Right, I know how to do this. I've done it before. I'm going to use light blocks for this because that's probably going to be a lot easier. Where the hell are the light blocks? There they are. There they are, and they're going to be bright blue. Just so I know what I'm dealing with. Alright, so now we're here, and we have our one-axis elevation-only turret, I should say. And so we're going to have that. We're going to leave that blank, and then we're going to go here. We're just let's start with metal. Probably we won't have armor, but what I'm planning here is for disting to fire a big missile. Alright, so let's have our large missile thing there. It's gonna be, shall it be huge or large? Large would make sense. Alright, so is that what we want? Yes, it is. The reason it's huge is because I want this thing to kind of be like centered, I guess, and also huge missiles are funny. We should probably do large, right? That's not gonna line up with the turret very well, and that'll make me sad. We're gonna go with huge. Let's skip ahead to being huge. We've got to get huge, bro. And let's do that instead, and let's do that instead. And we're going to, so now we have a one-axis thing, like so. And we're gonna go over here. We're gonna remember to put an identify friend or foe on it, and that will be good. And we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here, here. Yeah, unfortunately, this is, right, so, what do we need to do? We need to do something like this. Do something like that, and then we're gonna do something like that, we're gonna do something like that, and that should be what we want in life. That should be what we want in life. And then we're gonna do this. I actually haven't used light blocks for this particular purpose before, but I suspect it's awesome, and that is why we like doing things like this. Alright, we can get rid of that. But what if I wanted it like that? So here's the problem with this thing, is that they're exactly 4 meters bloody tall. Alright, so now we're going to... I actually have a placeholder ready for this, so we're gonna have this 10 meters long. Wait, hold on, let's see here. 9 meters long. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're gonna load this thing here. I actually should save this. So I'm gonna save it as over here. Whoops. Alright, save over here. I'm gonna call this Big Bernie Proxy Missile. Now let's see if this is what I seem to recall. Yes, it is. Perfect, perfect. Now, we are just going to armor this up a little bit. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Like so. I'm literally just going to put some metal on this and call it a day. And we also need to put ejectors on this. I just remembered. Curses. If we put ejectors on the top... Alright, this is where we're gonna have... This is where things get annoying. Alright, so now that is 5. 1, 2, 3. That's all got to be moved down. one place. And probably the top is where we need to do that anyway. Save that over there and delete that. Someone reminded me the other day that that's a thing, and thank you, because I forgot. Alright, so now the missile is nicely lined up there, and weirdly enough, huge missiles are 3 meters long exactly. It's weird. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And get rid of that. And I'm just going to temporarily do this. One, 2, 3, and alright, let's do this. Again, this is probably not the best armor. Here's the thing. This is a stupid idea. The whole point of missiles is that you can hide them within, like, your craft itself and armor them inherently. You stick them up on the deck like this, like, you deserve what's coming to you. What's gonna come to you is pain. There'll be nothing but pain for you. Where did I leave that beam slope? I didn't leave it there. That's where the devs put it. Don't put the blame on me. Alright, there we go. That's looking somewhat symmetrical. This is going to be an absolutely stupidly big gun. And yes, I am just going to deco a CRAM barrel on the front of it. That is my entire plan. You found me out. You found me out immediately. There we go. Let's do that. Let's do that. And let's go do the trick. Thank you, Ralston, for teaching me about the thing. You know, the thing where you, like, instead of an inverted corner and a triangle corner, you use the, whatever this is, the offset, that thing. Alright, and then there, and there's a reason I'm leaving that blank there, it's so that the thing can rotate freely. Alright, so now we've got all that, and that's all very nice. Very nice, it's very nice, we like it. Right, so we got all that, and now I'm going to somehow prefab this. Alright. This is where the decoration comes in, doesn't it? Yes. Yes. Also, I suspect you can do this. I have a sneaking suspicion that if you want to be a rubbish person, you can do this. Yeah. You can have missiles clip through at least 1 meter of blocks. We're not going to do that, because frankly, that is absolute horseradish. And if you do that, you are evil. I mean, I'm evil just now because I just did it, but apart from that, I'm not evil. Let's do left, right, let's do 6, and up, down, 6, how's that? Good, forward, backward, scaling, 10. That is a gigantic gun. How's that looking? Yep, that looks properly gigantic, and we need to veil this somehow. We are going to... How are we going to do that? We're going to get a glass pole, and we're going to go here. It's going to be black, and it's going to be emissive only. And it's going to be, I think, 5 and 5. Left. 5, 5. Black, I said. And we're going to go up just a smidge. Just a smidge. Maybe just 4. There we go. Now no one has any way of knowing that this is not actually a gun. And we're going to just cover this as well. Is this going to be properly covered? There we go. This is like stupidly big. Alright, so now we're going to do all that, and then what else can we do? We're going to make a triple turret with this, and it's going to be hilarious. And also, just for giggles and for maximum explosiveness, I am going to make that an explosive warhead. This is already very expensive, and way more expensive than any CRAM cannon that has ever existed. And I'm going to just quickly hide these permanently. So actually, we could move this forward a smidge. Where did I put... Where's the anchor for that? Where is the anchor for that? Hold on. Ah, that's not where I want you. I want you down 2 and to the right 2. Down, 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 down. There you go. Now you're tethered in the right place. Alright, let's do... What do you do with you? What do you do with the BA in English? Where's the horrible clippy nonsense? I mean, I didn't notice that to start off with, so... Alright, let's move you forward just a smidge. There we go. And now we're just going to... Actually, we could just do this. What can we do? Metal plates. Hide original mesh. Apply with mirror. Perfect. Cunningly hidden. Cunningly hidden, I say. Actually need to... Alright, no one will notice that. No one will notice if you don't tell them. Yep, that'll do. And let's also have... What else can we do? And now that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna quickly do this. And of course you can convert all that to heavy armor if you are so inclined. Let's go to... Did I have a missile section in here? Missile turret is like... Huge, fake, CRAM cannon. Let's put that over there, because that's hilarious. Now we're gonna delete this. Ding! Down you go. Alright, and now we need to figure out... We need to figure out how this is going to work. We're going to have the thing. We're gonna have the thing. We're gonna have the thing. What is the thing? The thing is local weapons controller. Alright, so where are you? There. And so you're gonna be like shoe. And we're gonna have a layer of metal over there. That's very important. How many of these things do we want? So we want something like that. And that definitely is the largest cannon that's ever existed, like, on mankind. You know, on it. There we go, and you're just going to have something like that. Yes. Let's see, what do... Yes. Something like that, I think? I don't know. Now we're doing aesthetics, and, like, that's dangerous for me. I am not the aesthetics man, as a lot of people would probably tell you. This is looking very steampunk, actually. Very steampunk indeed. It's also looking very silly. This is a silly thing we're doing. In case that wasn't incredibly obvious, this is a silly thing. This is a silly thing. This is a silly thing. If you didn't realize that it's a silly thing, well, you sure as hell do now. You know what? I don't like that. Let's do it differently. I think it's 5 and 5. Yes, it is. So here's the thing. It's almost a liberating feeling from the depths when you realize, actually, there's nothing you can do about railguns like ripping your craft, your precious craft, to pieces. So you might as well just have fun. You know, sometimes you just gotta have fun. Okay, that's looking like something, I guess. I don't know. What is it looking like? Probably something. Alright, let's do that, and let's do that. This is starting to look good. Oh no. Oh no. I think I like it. Oh no. Oh no. Bad news, everyone. I think this might be good. I think this might be... It's silly, but it's good. Which is good. But silly. But also good. Uh-oh. Right, double laser metal over there. And I'm going to be a naughty person and stick... This is where things can attach. A little bit. A little 2 meter. This I am going to make heavy armor right off the bat. Because that is sensible to do. What is possibly... Oh, that's what's falling off. Let's just check this that this works. Not only does this work, it works well. Hell yeah. Probably going to be trippy as balls when it tries to aim backwards. Right, let's go over here. Let's connect these blocks over here. Right, slightly too much metal over here, slightly too much metal over here, slightly too much metal over here. Can you... I'm gonna be obligated to put this on a craft, aren't I? I'm gonna... If anyone wants to use this secret technology for a custom campaign or something, go for it. I might just stick this up on the workshop just to see if anyone's interested. And you know what we need over here? We need this. We need that. Yep, we do. Sometimes you gotta be silly. Sometimes you gotta be the silliest, but I like how I'm making, like, you know, it's all sensibly heavy armored for where the turret's attached, but the local weapon controller? Nah, that's gonna have to take care of itself. Sorry. I'm just gonna do this too. This too, this too. This looks really cool. It looks massive, jeez. Look how big this is. You could fit huge missiles in those barrels. Wait a minute. There are huge missiles in those barrels. Holy bananas. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Can you believe it? You frickin' should be able to believe it. You just saw it happen. With your own eyeballs. With your own 2 eyeballs, you saw it happen right before you. How can you not believe it? Stop being silly. I should probably stop talking smack. Alright. Right, this is looking extraordinarily good, and I think this is fun. I think this is fun. I think this is a good time. Let's do this, because, you know, aesthetics doesn't end at the exterior. It ends when you want it to. I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end. I want everything to go on forever. That is not true. That would be very silly. Okay, then. Let's do what? Let's do this. Let's do... What do we do? Where do we go now? Let's do this. That should work. Hopefully it shouldn't clip too badly. I can turn this off. Lovely, lovely. Oh, so snug and secure. Snug, secure, beautiful. Alright, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Looking forward to a pierce laser. Absolutely destroying this immediately and making me cry. It'll make me cry. It'll make me cry so much. It'll make me cry. It'll make you cry, unless it's your pierce laser, in which case it's probably not going to make you cry at all. Cool. Cool. Let's finish this off. Because this thing doesn't need a spectacular back. Lots of metal. I'm already going to regret that, probably. And handy air gaps on the back, just for giggles. And we're going to have, for absolutely no reason, we're going to have... I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. What the hell did I have on number 6? Alright, so now we have that. But, of course, it wouldn't look battleshipy enough. Well, firstly, I'm going to do this. I'm going to set a elevation on this. Number 6 usually does the trick. It has separate missile controls. You don't need to do this. You can use transmitters and all that stuff. Let's test fire these. Not quite the bang I wanted, but meh. Alright, that's also the thing. It's like, I want there to be noise blocks somewhere on here that detect a missile launch and go bang when it does. How do you do that? Properly breadboard. I might have to not censor. What's the word I'm looking for? Alright, let's do this. I'm starting to think this might not be the best thing to stick on a battleship. The battleship might be too big. Alright, let's do this. And I'm gonna do the thing that I do. Hold on a minute. I have a prefab. I have a prefab for this very occasion. Detection arrays, battleship turret side, camera. It looks like this. Right, we're just gonna replace that with stuff. And then we are going to, what are we gonna do? You know what? We're just gonna do this. We're gonna deco this away because I didn't think that far ahead. Does this thing even need that much detection? Not really. Down. Let's do 5 and 5. Yeah, it's got ears. Now it has ears. It looks vaguely battleshipy. That's nice. Alright, now a little bit of alternate fire as well. Will look very nice. Actually, you know what else I want here? I want this. Yeah! That's what we like to see. Right, let's go over here, and it's gonna fire. It's going to fire. Let's do that as well. That's probably a good idea. Why didn't I do that before? Why did I not do that before? Foolish I was. Let's also do... That is ID2, and let's do synchronized ID2. Set that to 0.5, 1, and 5, and set that to 1. And that is ID1, and set that over here, ID1, 0.5, 1. There we go. See if this works. Let's set that to 1 instead. Let's set that to 1. And let's save this as well. Let's set prototype fortresses. Whoopsie daisy. Let's do prototype fortresses. There we go. There we go. Lovely, lovely. All right. So let's do fake huge fake CRAM missile turret. Splendid. Splendid, I say. Right, let's set that to 1, 2. There we go. And 1, 2. I think this is a 40-second reload, which, even by CRAM standards, that's a long time. Let's reload all. So here. We might want to turn the fail-safes off. Because who cares? Right, fail-safe. Nope, nope. And let's do that as well. Range bracket, let's set that to 3000 just while I'm here. And now Aim fire. Problem is they don't really go fast enough to, probably would need more ejectors, honestly. Maybe. The ramp time... Maybe set the ramp time to nothing. Maybe that'll look better. Because remember, we're doing this for giggles. We are doing this for giggles. And there is a... Whoops. 1 hit arm delay? Why is there a 1 second arm delay? Oh well. That's probably there for a reason. Alright, so let's do that again. And reload all. Thank goodness the devs added that feature. Alright, go for it. That's more like it. Cool, and we also need missile deco. So I'm going to... Well, firstly, we need to fire this against a Marauder, clearly. Also, in case you're wondering why these are IR missiles, it's because these are the same missiles that I was using against the Laniakea. And frankly, 180-degree IR missiles I think might be really good because they consistently hit the same hotspot every time. They just suffer a bit when the thing's crippled, and they can't finish it off properly. But meh. Alright, first things first, Marauder. Kill. Will it actually hit the target is the question. Ah, that's a problem. Alright, we might need to switch those to radar-guided missiles. Alright, my hubris. My hubris, I have some. Do you want some hubris? I've got some. Whoopsie daisy. And radar seeker. This is definitely not a weapon you use against smaller craft. Using this against a Marauder is probably a war crime in terms of the waste of materials. So that's terrible. Alright, let's go over there. Marauder over there. Fire. Locked on target. Alright, and I'm just going to have a lot of fun shooting at things. That's what we like to see. Alright, Marauder dead in 1 volley. CRAM cannons can't generally do that, because CRAM cannons tend to miss the first volley. Har har har. Let's test that against something a little bit more substantial, shall we? Let's reload, because it takes approximately 1 billion years to reload. Let's use the Tarpon. Let's have a look-see, because that's funny to me. Right, I'm assuming the first missile is going to get shot down because the Tarpon actually has a very good sea-whiz. Never mind. It just took off the decoy on the bottom, which is very nice. Very nice, very nice. Aiming for it, aiming forward. Please do not try and lead the target, that would be very silly. Maybe, I think that's an option on the CRAM cannon. Not the other thing. Or maybe it's an option on the missile controller as well, I don't know. Are you going to reload sometime? There you go. Also, it didn't actually manage to shoot down this huge missile. Good college try, though. Yay! Awesome! I'm having a good time. Alright, so I think the first missile will make EMP, just because that's funny. Then the second one, we will make Incendiary with max intensity. And then the last one will be Explosive, because that's funny. But before we do anything else, let's deco the hell out of these missiles. And we're literally just going to make it look like a giant, well... Actually, you know what we can do? That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Variable thruster, ion trail, and flame visibility hidden. And this is where... You stop moving, please. This is where I really should just save this placeholder there. And because we'll mess around with payload later. So save there and load here. Did that do what I wanted it to? Whoops. There we go. Ion trail, flame visibility hidden. There we go. And load placeholder. What does that look like? And if we make that yellow, that looks good. That looks good. Let's try that. Let's do that thing. Because then it looks like the CRAM traces, doesn't it? Let's go here. Yellow. And auto match and launch pads doesn't actually matter that much. And then load that. And then load that. And then I will reload you. Let me reload you. And then, what does that look like? And now we're just going to commit absolute missile decoration heresy. And, where'd it go? Munition decorator, there it is. And it's going to be, how long is the model? It's going to be length 9. And it's just literally going to look like, well, it's going to look like this. It's going to look like a tube. Lexol. Actually, you know what would be good? Actually, let's get rid of that. When in doubt, Steam. Steam is good for things like this. And material override is going to be metal. Wherever that is. And the forward backward scaling is going to be... nope, it's going to be 8. And then there's going to be a new thing that's going to be... what's it going to be? What's it going to be? Cone... cone... metal. And it's going to pitch forward by 90 degrees, and it's going to go all the way over here. Go all the way over here. Alright. Here. That. Something like that, yes. Maybe just, let's do just plain gray, and then... Let's see. What would look right for a shell? Oh, excuse me, alright. Belt? What would look right? What would look right? Maybe black. No, 5, 6. Let's do that. Iron, maybe? Where is it? Where's iron? Sure, why not? And iron. There you go. And then we're gonna do there, disable default missile model. And we're gonna go here and see what that looks like. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Perfect. We love it. Okay, same thing over here. And same thing over here. And now let's, what should we do? Let's save our work here, and now let's fire at a crossbows, because that's always funny. You think your guns are big. I've invented bigger, stupider guns. This is totally a shell and not a missile. Totally a shell and not a missile. Well, that's really fun. Oh my god, I'm having fun. It just took 5% health off, no worries. This thing is stupidly expensive. This would look really good on an airship, actually. Come on, fire again, you know you want to. Fire again, you know you want to. Do it! Do it now! Do it! Do it now, I'm right here. Ah, that's very loud. Deacon's Christmas. There we go. Honestly, you could breadboard missiles like this and make it, like, look cool and travel in an actual parabolic arc and stuff like that. That would be pretty dope. Alright, so now the final and most challenging part of this is to make a proper bang sound. So first things first, I'm going to... Where am I going to go? I'm going to sneak in here, find a place to sneak a sound block. Which is probably right behind here, honestly. Why not? Let's just be We could actually sneak right over here. Let's go... Let's have left, right... Where is the decorations? Believe the sound... Where is the sound block? There it is. Let's do here... We'll call this one... Well, first things first, is some kind of URL. How am I going to do this? This is like, this is going to be difficult. Maybe I should pause the recording and actually go look up how to do this. Or maybe I can look at the example breadboard here. Alright, I'm going to experiment here. Don't mind me. Canon sound effect. Alright, so by the way, I have YouTube Premium. Let's see what this sounds like. Awesome, let's do that. That is a YouTube video, by the way, so, let's see what happens here. Let's see. Actually, maybe we should just get rid of that. We will put a sound block. Where shall we put it? We'll put it here. We'll go here, and the URL is going to be that thing specifically. It's not doing it. Guide queued for... What the hell is that? Oh, that's my mum. Oh dear. Oh dear. Pausing recording. I love my mum, I does. And she had no way of knowing I would be recording. Right, what the hell was I doing? I was doing this, alright. So we can't play that at all for some reason. Okay, so good. File URL. URL of a sound format. Others. Okay, so you can't play a YouTube thing. We could play a video file instead. Let's try that. Let's do a video screen. And what the? Turn on. YouTube. And play. That does not appear to be working at all. Maybe that's not working. Hold on, let's do this instead. Let's try this. Nope. Okay then, let's go back to the sound block. Let's do... what is it? Hashtag CRAM fire or something? I don't know. Alright, I can't figure this out. I guess I'll just have to edit in the bang or something. Yep, nope. I don't know. Don't know. This is gonna have to do then. Well then. If my mum had waited about 5 minutes, this video would be over. Alright, so now we're just gonna have to fire at multiple things with this and just see what happens, because it's gonna be hilarious. And now we can do the thing where we're just mixing up the payload of this, because it's funny. Because it is funny. So EMP and incendiary, which is set to that. And we're going to set that to explosive. Yes, yes! We have done it. We have done it. We could probably make the whole thing out of heavy armor if we really wanted to. If we really desired to. Alright, let's shoot at the top one again. You think you can dodge cram cannons? Well, dodge this. Also, I love how this kind of has a missile trail. Proxy fuse. Asshole. Oh, proxy fuse no worky. That's terrible. Alright, do it again. Do it again. I want to see magic things happen. Problem is, 40-second reload. Although, honestly, with guns this big, it's amazing that you can reload them in 40 seconds. Each one of those is like... I never thought I'd see the day when something would make CRAM shells look puny. Even though that, yes, no, these are not real shells. They are missiles cunningly disguised as shells. No one will ever know. No one will ever know indeed. I think that was the incendiary missile that did that. No, it didn't. Never mind. Hold on. Need to do some shenanigans here. Let's go here. Proximity fuse, angle 90 degrees. Annoyingly, the Tarpon is very dodgy, and it is actually pretty good at just dodging, well, stuff. Yes, 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 yes. This is delicious. Come on, you want to see it? We all want to see it. Let's see that. Come on, 6 seconds. Kill the Tarpon, kill the Tarpon, kill the Tarpon. Yet that's totally how shells work. If anyone knows breadboard to make this thing do a muzzle flash and, oh, damn it. There we go. Wait a minute. I did set that to instant. The problem is it keeps hitting the wrong part of the damn thing. I think it did manage to, like, zap off the decoy, so that's funny. Alright. Might speed up the footage until the missiles are actually en route. Here they come! They look ridiculous! Yay! Big damage numbers! Hey, you're on fire! How does that feel? I do like how fire damage effectively accelerates once you hit something. Alright, we need to drop this top one out of the sky for justice for CRAM gunners everywhere. And it's going to take a very long time, so bear with me. Yes! That looks important. That looks extremely important. Yay! Down you go, do backflips. I gotta say, this is very cathartic for me, because I know that isn't a real CRAM cannon. But it's just like, all the times I've shot CRAM cannons at a Tarpon in testing and just missed horribly, this makes me feel very, very, very good. It's not too low, though. And now this thing is being very good and not firing because the Tarpon is too low. But if it flops out of the water again, by gum. Actually, wow, that's impressive. We managed to cripple this thing without actually killing it. Oh dear. Let's see. Can this thing get enough of a lock-on to actually get going? Can we do it? Can we do it? No, not really. The thing is completely... How are you not too low? Cottles, Rawston! Rawston, the scuttle settings are bad. Sweet justice has not happened. Okay, fine. Anyway, that was great fun. I had a great time. I should probably stick this on something, otherwise people will be mad. Hold on a minute. Let's just test. Let's see how this does in night camo. Does damn good is what it looks like. Yeah. Gonna have to camo this as well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks dope. Oh, me like that. Alright, well that was absolutely cracking good fun. Let's spawn in way too many marauders to finish off. There we go. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Damn it, I needed to make those dark and metal as well. Thank you all so much for watching. This was super fun, and I hope you had fun as well. And, well, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see... One volume of Order Dead feels very good. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps. And there's fun perks in it for you. Like, at the lowest tier, access to a Patreon exclusive Discord, being able to see videos early and without ads, because goodness knows the ads online are getting worse and worse these days. And also, I will review your craft, I'll build you new craft, I'll draw you pictures. Speaking of, I do art streams, as well as From the Depths streams, and other video game streams on my Twitch, so go hang out there, please. We'd love to see you. It'll be really cool. So yeah, have a good one, merry marauder mashing, and I will see you next time in From the Depths. Farewell! I always say that CRAM cannons are something that you can take a nap in. You could literally live in one of these barrels, right up until it fired.